So this is the Celestron CPC, which I'm having a problem with. What I'm going to do now is align it on the sun and then move it around the sky and then align it on something else. So I'll do the whole thing. I'm going to turn it on for a start. It says CPC ready. I'm going to do a solar system alignment. It's picking up the right time from the GPS, and I'm going to select the sun. It's warning me, quite rightly, and the sun's not really out today, but I can get a pretty good impression of where the sun is. And now I'm going to align on the sun. So now all's well and it's actually tracking the sun. The problem comes when I move to another object. So if I now go to align success. Now if I go to say Venus, which is just to the left of the sun, it performs as expected, goes slightly to the left of the object and then centres. So it's difficult to show on the video, but it's pointing to where I expect Venus to be in the sky at the moment. If I now select Mercury, which I expect to be near the sun, and slew to Mercury, it's pointing fairly close to the horizon in a way that I don't really expect Mercury to be. But even given that, let's now go back to the sun again. It warns me again. And then it's looking like it's going to the sun. But it just carries on going past it at a steady slew rate that's not incredibly fast, but it's much faster than tracking rate, probably about 4 I think on the thing. So I'm just going to show you how I'm powering this. I know that's an issue. So at the moment we've got a 12-volt cable that's going through a transformer, which is a 4 amp one, into the mains with a 3 amp fuse, so it's not drawing more than 3 amps. Meanwhile, back at the telescope, as you can see, even on this overcast British day, the telescope is just steadily slewing further and further and further away from the position of the sun. And this is also the case if I do, if I slew it to any other things. It's now basically completely lost its bearings, even though it thinks it's okay. It's still moving slowly around. It's now pointing southeast rather than south. If I type in Venus, which should be to the right of its current position, then it just keeps rotating. Now it's pointing 120 degrees away from the sun and way off both in altitude and azimuth the position of Venus at the moment. Okay, so that's the problem I've got. So now it's found what it thinks is Venus, which is more like Polaris. I can just hear the faint tick, and it's actually it is actually tracking now, okay, but just completely in the wrong position in the sky. Right, thank you.